Most people think La Jolla is one neighborhood. It's not. It's 16, stretched across 7 miles of California coastline, all sharing one zip code and all completely different from each other. Some are walkable villages, some are cliffside compounds. One of them just got ranked the #1 beach in the entire United States. Today, we're covering the 6 main ones, the neighborhoods that matter most when you're deciding where to live, where to visit, or where to drop $2 million on a house. Let's get into it.
Hi, my name is William Rao, and today we're doing the full breakdown of La Jolla. I'm going to walk you through the best restaurants, the go-to spots, break down, what are the schools like here, and also show you all the best neighborhoods that La Jolla has to offer. And lastly, we're going to be discussing the real estate trends here in 2026, specifically in La Jolla. So by the end of this video, you'll know if you belong in the Muirlands, La Jolla Heights, Bird Rock, the Shores, the Village, or if you can afford it, La Jolla Farms.
La Jolla sits 12 miles north of downtown San Diego, hugging 7 miles of curving Pacific coastline. Mount Soledad is the highest point, and it's the reason La Jolla has all these dramatic canyons, hillside lots, and ocean view properties stacking up towards the top.
Quick history lesson. The Kumeyaay people lived on this coastline for thousands of years. La Jolla became part of San Diego in 1850, but the real story starts in 1886 when a man named Frank T. Dotsford bought over 400 acres of land here in La Jolla.
By 1894, a railroad called the Abalone Special was running open-air train cars full of tourists out from San Diego. That's when La Jolla started becoming a resort destination, and honestly, it never stopped. Then, in 1907, Ellen Browning Scripps helped fund the Scripps Institution of Oceanography. That single decision led, 53 years later, to UCSD being built right next door and turning this little beach town into a global research hub.
Okay, quick myth buster for you. La Jolla is not its own city. It's within San Diego. Now, the reason you see the confusion is because the post office treats 92037 like its own little world. And honestly, the locals do too. This is the problem that most guides have, is that they think La Jolla is one vibe, but it's actually 6. Now let me walk you through all 6.
First, the Village. This is the heart of La Jolla. It's where the restaurants, the boutiques, the galleries, and the 2 movie theaters live. About 5,800 people are packed into this pocket, making it the most urban, most walkable part of the whole La Jolla community.
If you want somewhere to live where you can walk outside of your door and literally have coffee, gallery, the ocean, and dinner, then this is the place for you. Now, this area is the closest thing to a downtown you're gonna find in La Jolla, so it is gonna have a lot of tourism and a lot of people visiting all the time. But with that said, this place is magical. It is always lively. The food is great. The people are great. It way is worth coming.
Next, La Jolla Shores. If the Village is about walkability, the Shores is about the water. This is the beach-first neighborhood, a full mile of sandy crescent anchored by the Scripps Institute Pier.
Now, this is where families come. You're gonna find your scuba divers, your hikers, your snorkelers, all in this area. Now, houses here generally are around 3 million average, but they sell fast, most likely in under 2 weeks. Fun fact about this neighborhood is almost half of the people that live here either have a PhD, master's degree, MD, or law degree. So your neighbors here are well educated.
South of the Village, you hit Bird Rock. About 1,400 families live here, and the whole place has this laid-back, lived-in surf town energy.
Bird Rock's been around since 1906. In World War II, they actually used it as a coastal training defense site. Today, it's a neighborhood where you can find small shops and no big chains. As beautiful as this neighborhood is, it's actually a more affordable place to buy within La Jolla. La Jolla Farms. This is the top of the pyramid. Less than 1,000 people get to call this place home. It sits right above Black's Beach and is right next to Torrey Pines Golf Course, which is one of the best golf courses in the world. We're talking about a median sales price of $6.25 million, with houses easily going over $10 million. They sell from anywhere from 2 weeks to maybe 3 months. It's not because the houses aren't wanted, it's just because the buyer pool here is very small.
Climbing up Mount Soledad, you hit the Muirlands, named after Harold James Murr, who bought 250 acres up here in 1926.
Muirlands is a place for people who want privacy, hillside views, and space, but yet they still want to be within 10 minutes of the village. The median home price is around $4 million. It's a place where people stay for decades. And finally, La Jolla Heights. This is one of the more underrated pockets on the list.
The Heights sits between the village and the shores. Most of the homes are from the 1960s, but this is a very residential neighborhood. Here's the thing, single family homes with ocean views start around 2 million and the condos start around 800,000. That's the most accessible entry point in all of La Jolla. If you've ever thought you couldn't afford this zip code, look here first.
Let's talk about the real reason why a lot of families move to La Jolla, and it's the schools.
La Jolla Elementary is the flagship public school, 526 students K through 5th grade. 92% of kids hit proficiency in math and 91% in reading. It earned the National Blue Ribbon in 2016 and California's Distinguished School status in 2018. Middle schoolers fed into the Muirlands Middle, 695 students performing well above state averages. La Jolla High School opened in 1922, second oldest campus in San Diego Unified. Today it serves about 1,200 students, ranks 108th in California by U.S. News, with a 99% graduation rate and a 95% of grads headed to college. Okay, the money question. What does it actually cost to buy a home in La Jolla in 2026? Median listing price right now is $2.8 million. There are about 223 properties on the market. Homes are selling at 99% of asking after an average of 46 days on market. So it's competitive, but inventory has loosened up compared to previous years.
One thing to note is La Jolla doesn't follow national real estate trends. 78% of purchases here are done by cash. So when the interest rates move, it doesn't really affect La Jolla because there's a finite amount of land here. And now the fun part, where to eat.
In terms of fine dining, George's at the Cove is the gold standard. 3 levels, ocean views, seafood done right. If you're showing someone La Jolla for the first time, take them here. Secondly, the living room on Prospect Street. Coffeehouse comfort meets Mediterranean and Italian-inspired dining. Open 7 a.m. to 1 a.m., it's basically the only place open this late in the village. It's the perfect place to hang out, eat, study, and there's even live music on the weekends. Moving on to sushi, Roppongi just reopened after a 10-year break. They have Pan-Asian world-class sushi, and it's amazing. Finally, for Mexican food, Verdes El Ranchero is a local Mexican go-to. Generous portions, killer salsas, and the kind of place you end up twice a week without meaning to. For coffee, you've got 3 main moves. Firstly, Bird Rock Coffee Roasters on La Jolla Boulevard. Award-winning specialty coffee roasted locally and sourced directly from farmers. Secondly, Better Buzz on Prospect Street is a San Diego original with handcrafted signature lattes on a buzzy, Instagram-famous patio in the heart of the village. Finally, Blue Whale on Klein Street is a breezy white cottage cafe with California boho surfer vibes. It's easily one of the cutest cafes in the village, and the coffee is definitely worth the wait. Finally, Chapter 6, What to Do in La Jolla.
La Jolla Cove just got ranked the #1 beach in the United States and #7 in the world by TripAdvisors in 2026. Water clarity here regularly hits 30 feet of visibility. It sits inside the San Diego La Jolla Underwater Park Ecological Reserve, which means the marine life is protected and absolutely thriving. Birch Aquarium at Scripps gets 500,000 visitors a year, 9,000 animals, 400 species, 175,000 gallons of seawater. This place is open 9 to 5 every single day. For shopping, Prospect Street is the Rodeo Drive of San Diego. Luxury boutiques, galleries, Girard Avenue has more independent shops. And if you want big retail, Westfield UTC has over 200 stores just 10 minutes away. And finally, Torrey Pine State Reserve, 1,750 acres protecting the rarest pine tree in America. 8 miles of trails, entries $10 to $25 per vehicle. The Guy Fleming Trail is short, easy, and the views are unreal.
So here's the bottom line. If you want walkability and energy, La Jolla Farms is your place. If you want the beach as your front yard, I would recommend La Jolla Shores. If you want a surf culture without the resort feel, then Bird Rock is your place. If you want hillside and privacy, do the Muirlands. If you want ultra luxury, do La Jolla Farms. And if you want to weigh in without breaking the bank, I suggest La Jolla Heights. Each of these neighborhoods solves a problem in this 7-mile coastline. A lot of people think La Jolla is just one place. It's not, it's 6. And if you found this video helpful, hit subscribe. We break down monthly neighborhoods inside of San Diego. And if you're thinking about buying, selling, or coming to San Diego, drop a comment on which neighborhood caught your eye, and I'll answer every question below. And we'll see you in the next video.